Hey, educator friends, I just wanted to put together this video of some tools that I've been using to create content, in which case we have to start teaching new material, and maybe it'll be helpful information for you and maybe it will not be helpful information, but I thought I'd put together anyway. So I'm using a couple different things, which you don't need to have this, but I do have this little trackpad that I use for, kind of hard to see, for writing. And then just a document camera, this little guy here. So you could get your IPevo camera from school and hook it up to your computer, and could pretty much teach any lesson using this way. So right now the platform I'm in is Zoom, and I really like it. It's not safe for using with your students for a video communication tool, but it's really useful for recording these videos, I've found, because it has some cool features. You can pause your recording and stop it. You can share different portions of your screen. So I am going to go to my screen share now. And what you do is you go into Zoom and you create a meeting, and that's your live link, just kind of like Google Meet if you've used that. And you'll use that all the time, and then you're just the only user in that meeting, and then you can record whatever content you want. So down at the bottom it says share screen. So, and I get to put these fancy backgrounds in. I don't need a green screen or anything. So I go to share screen, and I'm going to share my desktop with you. So this is my desktop like you'd have at school, and now you can see that, and there's a little picture of me, and you can see everything else that I'm navigating with. So for an example, I have linked some different things in here. I'm going to close out my application window. So today I did a video for the students, and I just opened up my SmartNotebook and made it big, and then just went through stuff that's on my slides. So I told them that I missed them a ton, and then I went through this word problem down here. And so I can do that one of two ways. That little pad that I showed you, I can just use that to write content on here. So I would put the 35 plus whatever, or you could go up to your text box tool if you don't have that pad, and just click in here and type in your numbers to teach your lesson. And then we have 57. So that works to do that interactively, and it records the whole lesson. You can also screenshot, and on my Mac it is Command Shift 4, and I can screenshot any math pages or anything like that that you wanted to work on specifically. I could show you an example of what I've done with that. So this guy is, I'm just gonna minimize this, but it's just, everybody has this software, so you could use that and just screen record it like I am now, and it just shows that screen and your face up in the corner here. And then also another piece that you have is your document camera. So how you would work that is you would go down to the visualizer here and pull that up, and you see that this is my front facing camera on my laptop. So to switch it from that, I need to go up to this here, this little camera guy, and see how it says FaceTime high definition camera, and I would just switch it to your IPevo camera, or this is my outside document camera. So then here I could just work out, you know, maybe a writing problem or something, and you can use that as a source, and you could full screen it like so. Let's see, down here, I think. Nope, not there. There's me again. Oh, up here. So full screen that, and then you could do some writing work with them off to the side, or show whatever you wanted to. What else do I use? So I'm going to close out the visualizer, but I was just showing how you could use that to do some work. So I'll close that out. So then I also built some Google Slides. So here I would go into my apps and this is my classroom that I set up. It's kind of a faux mock-up classroom. Oh, it's not under this one. It is under this me. So here's my Google Classroom, and here's classwork. And so I just, I could make a video showing how I set this all up, but it has like a web page for all the students that they're familiar with. And then I put the Google Meet link in here. And then I did like a whole group wonders lesson. So it's a video. I could play it here. So
hi there.
Just do your wonders on your screen.
Talk about the essential.
And then kind of did vocab and different stuff like this in there. So that's a possibility.
After lunch, it was time to rehearse the
let's see what else I have here. Close that guy out. And I like did some of these math pages. So I think it was here, and I just hooked them into a slide. Could also give a video on how I did this if you were interested. So if students weren't able to have their math book and maybe you wanted to work on some math pages, I set this image as a background and use the screenshot to capture that because it's kind of difficult with those pages as well to do that. So insert it as a background image, and then the students each get a copy of this, and they could insert a text box and answer in here. So we have 100, and then I kind of like actually creating these, if you can do it with Google Drawings, kind of helps because you don't have to keep clicking on that pen tool. But you can just have them click the text box. So 125. Oh, they want the total on this one. So what's nice about using it this way is you can, you know, pause your recording if you make mistakes. You can just re-record your lesson. So this one, I would add these together and put the information in here. And if they filled out all these pages after you recorded your lesson, then they could just submit these pages with their responses on them. So that is kind of cool. What else did I do in here? And then just like links to Mystery Science. You could just put the link in here and have them watch a Mystery Science video. I put links in here for typing lessons and virtual field trips, and maybe a video for lunch doodles. And so to do that, I just go up to create. And I would either create, if it's just a video they watch, I can either make it an assignment, so they have to watch it and turn it in, or I could just give them material. And then there's this cool extension, Cami, that you can use. So that works really good for being able to mark up on the assignments. But if I wanted to create new material or new assignments, I would click on assignment and title it, and then you would add something from your Google Drive, something you've saved in there, a file from your desktop, or a YouTube video. And I can show you how I create these videos and then share them easily and link them into the classroom. And it's kind of a two-step process, which has a slight learning curve to it, but not really. You basically record it and it automatically saves into a folder here. So I would go to my Finder on a Mac, and you find your Documents folder, and down at the bottom it has Zoom. And so in here, I'll have all my Zoom videos that I've previously recorded. So here's one that I did to say hello to the second graders.
Hi kiddos, I miss you so much. I just wanted to make this little video and kind of do a morning message with you and maybe refresh on some of the math skills we were learning together.
So it's having a hard time keeping up right now because
beautiful beach, doing some math. I'm just joking. I'm sitting in my living room, but isn't this cool that I can make myself?
So that's the videos. So the way that you do that to get it onto a YouTube video, and I can show the steps there. So I go into here and I go up to so a new page. Oops, I'm going to minimize this so it's easier to get to. So I'm going to go to new page. And then we're familiar with this stuff here, the Google apps. And so you just go down to YouTube and you'll have to create a channel if you don't have one already. And all your videos will be unlisted if you go through the proper steps that I'm going to show you here now. So once I've recorded my Zoom video, I go into my YouTube channel and I go to my videos, and then up here at the top you click on create a video and upload a video. So you can see I have all these different little educational videos that I've uploaded in the past, and so you upload the video. So I click that button. It'll take just a minute to get there. And then you just select a file. So to select a file, I go to my documents like we saw before and Zoom. And I would click in my most recent one because that's the video that I want. So, and up here is that video file, the MP4 file, and you click on that and you hit open. And when you do that, it will start loading. I can show you the process. Hit open. And it's going to start creating your video and uploading it. So it's uploading now, and then it takes a while to process. It's a pretty lengthy, not too lengthy, I guess. It takes probably a couple minutes as long as you don't have too much other stuff running. So it's going to take some time to process. And I choose down here that yes, it is made for kids. And then you don't have to do an age restriction or anything. And so once it processes it, I'm going to just hit next and see how this works right now because it's not finished uploading. So I'm going to hit next, and I don't want to add an end screen. So right here is where you select unlisted. So you want your video to be unlisted. So all you need is the link, and it'll only go to the people, just like the Bulldog Beat. It only goes to who has the link. It's not just out there for anyone to see. And then you just copy this, click this, copy video link, and then I can go to my classroom here, and I could add a YouTube video, and I just paste that link in there. And my video is not done uploading, but with that link, it'll pull the video up right here, and then you just click add. So let me go to one of the ones that I previously did. Channel videos. Let's go here. So these are mine. So I want to get my link. So I've got my link, and then I go here and I'll show you how it works. Search. See, there's my video. So then I just add it here and say aloha video, please watch. And then I have all these topics that I created: morning message, Bulldog Beat. You could have no topic. So if I put no topic, it's going to post right up at the top here. See, right up at the top of the classroom. If I chose one of these topics, it would post underneath one of these topics. And you could use this as a platform to teach your students how to. You could just simply send them a YouTube video and walk them through a step by step how to get in and work the video class or your Google Classroom, how you have it set up and want them to navigate it. So I just really think this is a helpful tool as far as sharing information, and it's smooth functioning as far as stopping and recording. I don't know if you can see up here in the top. So I can pause my share. That means it's going to stop sharing my screen. But if I wanted to pause my video right now, my recording, and maybe go get some materials, I could pause it, come back, hit the pause again, and it will restart recording in the same video. You don't have to do any editing or anything like that. So I think that is pretty nice. So I'm not going to pause the recording right now or stop the recording, but when I am finished, I can do this stop share, and I'll stop there. And this might not be clear. I could totally clarify any portion of this that you wanted in a smaller video that's maybe more streamlined to a particular skill. Or we could do a Google Meet or something like that, but I'm gonna hit stop share because that'll stop sharing my desktop screen here, and then it'll just put me back to this main screen. And then when I'm finished, on the bottom right-hand corner, it says to end the meeting. And when you click end the meeting, it takes your video and it automatically downloads it to that Zoom folder in your documents. And that's where you can access your video that you made. So I hope this is helpful. I definitely can help out with lots of tech tools in the classroom, and how to just maybe record some short review messages or instructional videos. I know it's really challenging for parents. My daughter was having a challenge today, and she's been using Google Classroom. She's in 8th grade, but having a challenge navigating a new system. But you could even post these types of videos into, instead of using Google Classroom, you could just learn how to use Zoom to record videos like this using software you're pretty familiar with. The only thing you would have to learn is Zoom. And you could leave out Google Classroom and all that other stuff and just make videos and post it in Seesaw or post it in Class Dojo or whatever platform you are using. So I just think this is really helpful. Like I said, Google Meet is great for meeting up, but it is not as user friendly as far as creating digital content to teach the students. And then that pause feature, you can kind of pause the screen, get your slides set up so they don't see all the background stuff going on in your computer, and then resume teaching your lesson. Whereas in Google Meet, it just records the whole entire lesson if you're using that to teach, which is fine, but I really like that pause feature. And I like being able to insert this background. So I chose a beach because that's where I wish I was right now. Anyways, so I'm not really great at this kind of stuff, but I wanted to share kind of some how-tos and see what is available out there. I'd love to make more videos. I really don't have a lot going on right now. So let me know what you think about it. And if you have any more questions or want any more how-to videos on any Google Classroom or Zoom or Google Meet, how to get the document camera hooked up. And then also, I think you can use your phone attached to some type of scribe tool if you didn't want to use those text boxes. But I really think moving forward, if who knows what direction it goes in, that this would be a helpful way to record lessons. So I will talk to you later. Hope I did not annoy or bore you to death. See you later.